So if you've been a gamer for quite some time and you've always liked racing games, you're probably a fan of Need for Speed, at least the old games. So if you're like me, you probably sometimes want to go back to your childhood games. And that's what I do from time to time. It takes a few years to come back to them, but after I get a bit bored of all the racing games and I want to just chill out or something, I usually pick older games. So I haven't played Need for Speed Underground, for example, in a few years, I think 4. There's a recording on my channel about 4 years ago, and I think that was the last time I played Underground 1 and 2. So right now I just figured I should try and go back to them and see if I can find something online that makes the game better in some way, graphically at least, or something like that. So I went online and I found that for a few years now there have been some graphic upgrades to the game, not by EA of course, just by fans. So I figured let's try them out, and to my surprise they were actually very good. They gave me the impulse to try and play them again and maybe quite enjoy them as well. It's not that the games weren't enjoyable, it just the outdated graphics really made them hard to play in some cases. So this is the result of that. It's actually gameplay recorded by me. It's not, I didn't progress too much into the games. I just played a bit. Honestly, I played for a few hours without realizing it. And maybe it's just I'm a fanboy of the old games. Maybe it's like nostalgia or something, but I just really love these games. So let's get into this a bit. So what's so new and awesome about new graphics? Well, for me at least, for example, very important is the resolution. I usually play on a UltraWide monitor. So for me it's really important that I can play a game on the full width of the monitor. Underground 1, for example, I think Underground 2 as well. They're both in 4:3 format, not even 16:9. So that means that I've got essentially only half of my screen that the game is running. So half of my screen is empty. So that presented a problem. But these mods actually make the game playable in this sense. So you can modify the resolution and fill up your screen. If it's 1080p or whatever, 16:9 or more, like mine, it'll do the trick. You'll be able to see the game on your monitor. The only problem with modifying the resolution will probably be that you'll see some side effects. For example, your HUD, your HUD, will not be to the extremities of your monitor. Well, at least in my case with an ultra-wide monitor. Maybe in full HD it'll be fine. I don't know. The other side effect is that the camera moves closer to the car. So I don't know if this is a side effect of modifying the resolution, but that's my impression. Probably on your monitor it will work properly. I'm not saying that it's very annoying or anything, it's just something you have to get used to. Not being able to switch the camera to the far camera, for example, because that's not an option. Okay, but how are the graphics? Well, the graphics are pretty awesome, I'll be honest. They changed the game quite a bit. They actually make the game look like I remember it, from my childhood. it's like I'm seeing it through those eyes. So they're really good, the graphics are really good. The only part I don't like is that everything is a bit too dark, but that's fixable and it's pretty simple to do, because once you install everything, and the links are down low, by the way. I linked the videos for Underground 1 and Underground 2 as well. In there you'll find the download links and everything you need to know. So once you install everything and you start up the game, you'll get notified that there's an update version to the reshade executable. So once you download that and install the new reshade executable, then everything will become brighter and easier to see, basically, because sometimes with the dark textures it was pretty hard to see where you were supposed to be going. So after the update, that gets fixed and the graphics are very, very okay. Now, just to be clear, there are a few bugs with this mod. For example, I don't know why in Underground 1 my wheels always look blue and they look like they're slicks, and that's just one example. But I really think that the positives outweigh the negatives in this case. So what I'm saying is, just take it with a grain of salt. The mod is not perfect, but it really improves the gameplay. Well, that's mostly what I had to say about this, and I hope you enjoy playing Need for Speed Underground with the new added graphics. So this was playing Need for Speed Underground in 2021. Thanks for watching and have a great one.
Hey, what's up, money? Yo, I got some action for you.